guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 6 books of 2019. So I know I'm kind of early, it's like the beginning of December, but like I know that like I won't do it until the end of December, and then I'll like rush to get it out, so like that's not going to be fun, so I'll put this out probably later in the month. Anyway, the reason why I have a top 6 is I didn't really have a top 10 that really jumped out at me. So what I'm going to do is just kind of share with you guys, in the order that I read them, my top 6 books. Some of them you're probably going to guess right off the bat because, you know, if I rant and rave about them in my wrap-ups, then, you know, they're some of my favorites. So the first book that I have on this list that I remember first really enjoying back when it came out, I read it as an arc on NetGalley, and then I ended up purchasing like the actual version because I had to have it, and that is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. So if you guys have lived under a rock for the past year, this book is about two boys. One is the son of the first female president, and the other one is the son of the King of England, I think, or the Queen of England. I don't really remember. His grandmother is the Queen of England, so I guess his parents. Anyway, so it kind of follows like how they kind of like are like not like forced to be together, but because of some certain actions, like they're forced to spend time together, and then they realize that they like spending time together, and they become friends. I really enjoyed this. This was probably one of my first favorites of the year because I remember I was like kind of in like a really bad slump around this time, and then when I read this, I was very like gung-ho about reading again. I did give it 5 stars when I read it, and I'm gonna reread it soon because I haven't read like the physical copy. As I said, I have the e-version from NetGalley. The next book is a ending to a trilogy, which like I sobbed. I know I sobbed like a lot. I was reading this book at school. It took me a while to get through it, but like I really enjoyed the end. I was sobbing, I think. I mean, yes, I was sobbing at the end. And these two authors always do a great job, and that is Obsidian by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and this is the 3rd book in the Illuminate Files trilogy. If you guys don't know, or have been living under a rock, like I said, with Red, White, and Royal Blue, this series is about like teenagers who are dealing with the end of like this space system, I guess, and they have to, I think, go down to Earth. I don't really remember, but what's different about it, it's like not your normal sci-fi, because normally sci-fi is told like narratively. This one is literally told in documents and text messages and in like case files and get it, the Illuminate Files, and you'll get the story through the whole entire series through these like mission reports and stuff, and it's really good. I know that throughout the series I kind of like felt like I was going to DNF, but then the ending really like hit me hard and I was sobbing, and it has probably become one of my favorite endings of a series, but I really did enjoy it. It was like probably one of the best endings I probably ever read. The next book that I really enjoyed in this whole entire year, 2019, it's a book by one of our very own booktubers, and I've met her in person a few times, mainly at BookCon, and she's so sweet. I love her to death. I watch her videos. I think along with her and Sasha Alsberg, they were like some of the first 2 booktubers I probably ever watched, and then I started spiraling into who I am today with watching everybody. Our very own Christine Ratio, who is Poem Banana Books here on YouTube, wrote a book, again the better, and I was seeing so many different mixed reviews about it that I didn't know how to feel when I first got this book, but then I read it and I felt really connected to the main character, and it was awesome. I really liked it. I wasn't expecting the end and everything to happen, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm not just saying it just because I love Christine as a person. I really did love the story, and I really did love everybody in the story and the plot and everything. And I get there's some parts that people didn't really like about it, but like I really enjoyed it. It was probably one of my favorite contemporaries of the year that I read. I think I read a lot more contemporaries this year than I thought I would. The next book I don't physically have with me because I read it on Scribd. I think I read it on Scribd. But that is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. I think that's how you say her name. Maybe. I have no idea. But this book really took a turn for me. I really, really enjoyed it. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but there's some elements of it that are like really different than Beauty and the Beast. First of all, our main character, she has cerebral palsy, and like that kind of hit home with me because my roommate 2 years ago in college, I mean I lived with her for 2 years, she had that, so I kind of knew about it, and it kind of familiarized myself with it. And then it's also about like this other guy, I don't remember what his name is, and his friend or his like protector, and he's the beast, and he is like this beast that will turn every season unless he finds someone to fall in love with him or something. I don't really remember that much, but I really, really enjoyed it because it was like it took all these twists and turns that I never ever thought it would take, and I like sat in my chair basically on the edge of my seat trying to figure out what the heck was going on, and it was so good. I flew through it within the span of a few days, and I really, really enjoyed it. I really recommend you guys read it because the sequel is coming out next year, and I want it. I want to own both of them eventually. And then we get to one of the books that I read for Zodiacathon, and this book I wasn't like, I didn't really know if I was going to like it because like the way that the summary sounded and the synopsis sounded from other people telling me what it's about versus like what I actually read, it was kind of throwing me off. So I really trust Witty Novels, or Whitney over at Witty Novels, because she gives like really great romance recommendations. Like I watch her vlogs, I watch her videos. She gives great recommendations, and this is one of her favorite books. And I was like, okay, I trust Whitney. I have to read this book. So I picked it up for Zodiacathon because I guess it kind of encompassed one of the challenges. I don't really remember. I only read 2 of the 4 books that I read then because I think that was when I was really entering a reading slump. But this book really like was really good, and I highly recommend it. And then it's Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. So it's about this girl Hazel who is like this clumsy girl who's kind of like not so perfect. She doesn't really do well in dating, and she has a lot of pets. You know, she's basically like this like outgoing like weird girl that went to school with this guy named Josh M, and they I think like kissed or something in college, and then they hadn't seen each other in years until this one instance. And then they want to help each other set each other up with people that they can date. And then things like get interesting. So I'm not going to spoil it because, you know, it's interesting. You don't really see what's coming. But like I related more to Hazel than I thought. I really loved it. You got both points of view, I think. You got Josh and Hazel's point of view, and it was so cute. And I like shouldn't really put myself down with recommendations now because I want to listen to people's recommendations, but also I don't because I don't want to be like, I don't know, disappointed. And the last book, you guys shouldn't be surprised because I literally read it right after Josh and Hazel's Guide. And guys, I read it in like a day and a half. Y'all know what book it is because I talk about this series like every day on this channel. But that is the one and the only Capturing the Devil by Carrie Maniscalco. This is the 4th book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. Now, if you live under a rock, haven't been on the channel before, hi, welcome. But I really love the series. It's a series about a girl named Audrey Rose who lives in 1800s London, and she basically doesn't want to be like this normal high society girl. She wants to work with her uncle, who is a forensic scientist slash mortician in London. And this is when all the Jack the Ripper stuff is going on, so she helps him dissect all the bodies of the women who were dying, and also along with his like student slash medical assistant Thomas Cresswell, they end up solving mysteries together. So the first book is Stalking Jack the Ripper. Second book is Hunting Prince Dracula, and the third book is Escaping from Houdini, and this one is Capturing the Devil. And each one takes place in a different setting. So we have London, Romania, on a ship, going to New York, and this one's actually in New York. But this book is the conclusion to the series, so I can't really say much, but they do dock in New York, and following the events of Escaping from Houdini, they had to try to find out who this guy is who's actually killing people on this boat, and also killing people in real life. And I loved it. I think I cried a lot. With a lot of these books, you know if they're my favorite if I cry. So I cried a lot. I still have to get around to rereading this series, just because I want to see it all like chronologically unfold, and like if I saw any of this coming. I recommend you read this. It's such a good series. You know, I literally tell people all the time, like, pick up Stalking Jack the Ripper, like, you won't regret it. But yeah, so this is basically like my #1 book of the year. This was like my most anticipated read for the whole entire year, and then once I got it, I think that put me in like a spiral of a slump where I just didn't know what to read. But this is the last book that I have on this list of my top 6 for 2019. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Olivia, your Bookshippers on my channel, and I hope to see you soon in another video.